YouTube. I don't know if you guys been watching, but Pokemon Sun and Moon, holy crap, we've got some crazy news. Specifically today, September 1st, 2016, they announced the Alohan Rattata. The Alohan Rattata. Story goes is that Rattata used to populate the Aloha region, and the increasing population of the, was it Yangoose? I think that's what it's called. Drove these Rattata to only come out at night because when the Yangoose was sleeping, which made them kind of turn or morph into a dark, normal Alohan Rattata. So yes, we're gonna commemorate that. Goody Tushy's here with a Let's Play Pokemon FireRed solo Rattata run. We're using nothing but Rattata, and you could best believe we're going all the way on this shit. This is, man, we had some good news today. It was crazy. I don't know why Typhlosion just showed up, but I hope my settings were right. Because this solo Rattata might turn into a random miser as well. So, goody, goody, goody. That's what our names will be always. So, little history. I have done a solo Rattata run on Soul Silver. They're normally called Joey runs because of the trainer in Silver, Joey, who calls you and tells you about his top percentage Rattata, became like a huge iconic thing on the internet, the top percentage Rattata and all that. I did do a solo run, which got all the way to Red. I beat Red with just Rattata, and it's difficult. It's really difficult. It's doable. Very doable, but it's difficult in where it tries your patience. It's not difficult as in like only the best, but anybody can do it, really. It tries your patience because it takes multiple times to hit up certain trainers like the Elite Four and people like that, because you have to find out like a strategy. How many times can you boost up with the battle items and stuff like that before you can sweep the team? And normally you want to go with a full sweep, because if you do too much damage and they survive, the trainer then full restores or hyper potions, and if you do too little damage, then you're probably going to get one-shotted because of your terrible stats. And then of course you have the ever so lovely crits, the critical hits that just come and mess your day all up, and God does it happen. But yes, I did beat Red. Red was phenomenally hard because of his Light Ball Pikachu, which doubled the power of all of its moves, and it was fast. So I had some grinding I had to do to become faster, and then of course the AI decided that he wanted to go with Blastoise's tank, which had a special fighting move. And I was like, are you kidding me? Rattata's weak to fire. And has terrible special defenses. Not to mention my nature, because I didn't farm for a perfect nature Rattata. I caught the first damn Rattata that I saw, and I just went with it. Right? I was looking at something. I'm doing this Nuzlocke style. 2. So we're going to pick the first Rattata. This one. So yeah, I had a nature that was debilitating to get special defense. I didn't know the IVs, and plus my EV spread was just all across the board because I used him in every fight. It was terrible. I ended up beating him with we're gonna name him Joey 1, by the way. I ended up beating him by holding the flame ball, which caused a burn, which activated guts, didn't half my attack like burns usually do, and actually increased my attack by 1.5. Used Facade, which doubles if you have a status ailment. So that pretty much swept this team. But it didn't sweep the Blastoise. I had to get lucky on the Blastoise with a miss. The move he was using, I can't remember what it was. Focus Blast, I believe, had a 70 accuracy, so I had to wait until he missed before I could do that, like go in with it. It was so tough. It was so tough. But I made it through after a couple tries. I made it through. And that's what we're going to do today. Well, over a course of a few episodes, is we're going, with this Rattata, we are going to the Elite Four. Luckily, the Elite Four, we'll probably go to Mewtwo. Mewtwo is the strongest Pokemon in the game, so. But before then, let's go ahead and let's check something. Let's check our ability. I think abilities are in this game. I didn't know that there was more tutorials. Shut up. You're gonna make another tutorial, aren't you? Guts! Good. Guts is what I wanted. I'm not good with nature, so I'm not sure what a calm nature does. I'd have to look it up. Which I will. But Guts is something I wanted. That means if I get burned, which burn, I like burn better than poison. They do the same amount of damage, but I don't know why I guess because in the newer games you can get poisoned further, which will lead to the toxic type of poisoning, which gets worse and worse over time. Well, burn, I think you're burned and that's it. So I usually go with the burn. But I like that status. I don't like paralyzed because the purpose of Rattata is to go first. And then I lost this fight. But that's fine. That is fine. We can lose fights. We're gonna lose fights. It's gonna take a while. But this is in commemoration, guys. This right here is because of the Alohan Rattata, which you all can bet y'all's asses that I am doing a solo Alohan Rattata when Sun and Moon come out. I am getting 2 copies of each. I have both of them reserved at probably everyone's most hated game store. People hate reservations too, but I've got 2 copies of each. One's going to be a blind Nuzlocke, and one is going to be a solo Rattata run. Of course, I have to get the solo Rattata first. So I am very excited. Damn it. No, Rattata's not my favorite Pokemon. Although it's generally most of the first most people who play Pokemon, Rattata is like the first Pokemon you've ever caught yourself. See? But no, Rattata's not my favorite Pokemon. I like the Joey idea, the Joey thing behind it. I thought it was hysterical. There was a picture that came out when X and Y came out. That was it showed someone had got a full EV spread on their Rattata, and they're like, "No, Joey, this is a top percentage Rattata." And I've watched solo runs, and I love the idea of my Hall of Fame having one Pokemon, a Pokemon that no one ever really uses, or a really weak Pokemon like Rattata just sitting there in the Hall of Fame like, what up, bitches? Like, I thought it's a funny idea. It's a very, very funny idea to me. And I'm all for challenges, and I love the idea of just doing this across the board, just straight across the board. Every game, Generation 3 and up, I might go and do Generation 1 and 2. But for now, I'm just doing Generation 3 and up, just solo Rattata runs. Just to commemorate. I'm gonna be so sick and tired of Rattata by the time I'm done with this. It's not even gonna be funny. It's not, and the funny thing is, it's like I'll never see Eradicate. Ever. It's just solo Rattatas. Straight up. There's a Rattata now. So, if you guys like the idea, definitely hit that subscribe button. All right. There's gonna be these rolling out. I'm starting with FireRed. I probably won't do Leaf Green just because of the oversaturation. I might do one from each series. So I might do FireRed, and then I might do Diamond or Pearl. Or no, FireRed, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Diamond or Pearl. Like, pick one from each of the generations and one of the each of the remakes to do it in. I'm not going to oversaturate it. Like, I'm not going to do red and then leaf green and then ruby and then sapphire, because that's too much in my opinion. One a generation is enough, so definitely. But if you guys like the idea, definitely hit that subscribe button, because I'm gonna try to roll these out quickly, and I want you guys to be there. The Soul Silver. I am doing Soul Silver. I actually started Soul Silver before they even announced the Rattata. I started another Soul Silver before they even announced the Rattata, and I didn't even do a randomizer. I just went and I caught a Rattata. So that one's going to be split up by gem because of how much is in that game. That one's going to be a little different, and I might end up splitting them up by gem just so we can get rid of all the the text, the story, all of, in my opinion, the boring stuff. But then again, sometimes you guys might miss out on the exciting parts, like defeating a trainer with only 1 HP left, or whatever. So I don't know. I haven't decided. So far, right now, Soul Silver is split up by gem. That might be the only one that's going to be like that because there's 16 gems, and it's going to be 16 gems, the Elite Four twice, because they get stronger. You don't have to fight the Elite Four the second time, but I want to because they're stronger. And then, of course, Red. And then if I feel like it, if I'm not completely burned out on the game, I might go and fight Mewtwo in Cerulean Cave. But for right now, that's the only one that's going to be split up by gem, mainly because of the excessiveness, the 16 gems, two Elite Four times, stuff like that. I keep getting off track here. Back to what I was saying. Definitely hit that subscribe button. Throw me some likes down, and you guys tune in next time to episode 2 because we're taking this Rattata run even further. All right. And who knows what will happen, because I sure as hell don't.